say.
Yeah, she'd love to hear how you met him.
Yeah.
Can't hear a word I'm saying, can you?
I didn't hear the last. I didn't hear the last part. I didn't hear the last part.
Tell Riley how you and Mr. Combs met.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, I was walking home from school. I was in the 9th grade. I didn't even like boys. I was more a tomboy than I was a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking with my friend home, and this guy come up behind me, and he said, "Can I walk you home?" And I thought, "Who are you?" And he didn't. I didn't give him an answer, but he reached over and took my books, put them under his arm, and she punched me in the rib, and she said, "Who is that?" I don't said, "How would I know? Shut up." And that they walked until about 3 houses from where I lived up, because my father would have run him off. Oh yes. And he said, "Where do you live?" I did tell him where I lived, but it wasn't really none of his business. And he said, "Can I come and see you sometime?" I said, "I don't know." About 2 or 3 weeks later, I was walking home, there he was again. "Can I walk you home?" Took my books again. But he smiled. He had the most gorgeous white teeth that I'd ever seen in my life. It just fascinated me. I thought, most of the boys that I seen got yellow teeth that are ugly. You know what I'm saying? I let him come to the corner, and he couldn't go any further, because I knew my dad was up there at that 3rd house. And he said, "Do you think that I could come up and see you?" And my mother had already told me, "You don't date till you're 16 years old." I said, "I don't know. I'll have to let you know." And I don't know. I can't remember for the life of me. But anyway, a few weeks later, he did come up and just sat on the front porch with me. And I said, he was a great track star. Your grandfather was a great track star, really. Yeah, he's got a letter in there. It's real old, and if I move it anyway, you have to be real careful before it fall apart. He won a letter. He was a great track star. He really was. And anyway, I said to him, "Who in the world would want to sit on the porch with me?" He did. And from then on, maybe we go to the movies on Saturday night. You know, and we it was only 3 blocks away. And my mother said, "At 9 o'clock, you better be on that porch."
Yeah.
And when my parents said that, there's no talking about anything, I was there. Yeah. We dated for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He went to Cleveland, and he's gone for 6 months.
Wow.
You know, after he graduated from high school. Because his father was not nice to him. He depended on his mom. And he went to Cleveland. He's gone 6 months, and we'd have on the phone. My parents couldn't afford a telephone. So 1 letter a week. I got a letter and he got one. That's all I could do to afford a stamp.
Yeah.
I finally got tired of that, and I said, "I want to go dancing, and I want to have fun, and I ain't doing this no longer." So I sent him a Dear John letter, and I said,
To John.
"I'm done."
Oh.
I said, "I'm done." 3 weeks later, I was in the band, in high school band, and I'd come home from band practice, and I took a bath. My hair was all wet, and I was sitting in the swing, and my mom was sitting on the porch, and I was telling her all about band practice and everything. And she looked down the road. She said, "I think that's John Combs coming up through there." And I said, "There ain't no way." I said, "He's too proud for that. He's mad." And I said, "I don't care." I said, "I don't care." It was him. There he was. I couldn't believe it. And I run back through the house and shut the bedroom door and locked it. My hair was wet, barefooted, just had a bath. And he said, "Where is she?" And come on through there, and he's beating on that door. He said, "Open this door." "I'm not opening this door. I'm going to dress, You go out there on that porch, you talk to my mother. But see, I waited, and I peeped because I figured he was out there, and if I opened that door, he was going to grab me. But he didn't. I listened to Lane talk to Mom. And we went to the movies, and we got down there right in front of the movie, and we fought the whole time. He said, "Can you imagine how that made me feel?" I said, "Well, can you imagine you was gone 6 months and I was going to wait any longer on you?" There's was in the front of the Majestic Theater, we just fighting like dogs and cats. You know. He told me, he said, "I will never, ever leave you again." I said to him, "When you going back?" He said, "I ain't never going. I'll never leave you. I will never, ever leave you again." And he didn't. He didn't. We were very, very young when we got married.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I would say that to anybody today, it's a different world. And most people wait until they've graduated from college and they've got a job. That's a smart thing to do. It is. But you know what? I would do it all over again. I wouldn't change a thing. I'd have all my kids. I would marry. I would not change one thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a day that he didn't say, "Honey, I love you."
Aww.
Did you know something, Chris? You guys, when it works, Debbie, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not a single day he'd call me on the phone, even when I had these 3 little tiny girls, you know, and they'd all be crying. He'd say, "Honey, I'm sorry, but you know I have to work." Had one standing there that just won't work, and I had 2 in 13 months. Yeah. Well, Lynn had just learned to walk, and when Beverly was born, so I had one standing over here and one pulling my leg and one of my arms. And that would just irritate me to no end. But I said, he said, "I know, honey." I said, "No." He said, "I know you're having it hard. I have to work." And I thought, oh my God, I'd changed jobs a few times. You know what I'm saying?
All women feel that. Yep.
But you know what, Debbie?
Mm-hmm.
My kids was angels compared to me.
Yeah.
My mother was 41 and my dad was 51 when I was born. My brothers was all grown.
Really?
And here I was, this little girl. My mother was embarrassed because she's having me at 41. And I lived with all these grown people. What else can you have in me? They had language. Well, I thought it was normal, so I did it. So I got paddled every day, you know. But John used to say when I was growing up a teenager, "I'm going to get married young and grow up with my kids." And so God, I did. I did.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have nothing. John was just making $12 a week.
Oh.
We rented a room for my mom and dad.
With 3 kids?
Yeah, me and John did when we first got
Yeah.
married. Yeah. Well, where you